coming in.
What the goal of the billionaire class is to remake the world as a digital simulation, really, to digitalize, to steal life. It is an anti-life program. It's moving from carbon-based life to silicon-based life to a digital twin of the world that they can control, that is disconnected from spirit and.
I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with his peace. Through tones, melodies, poems, and peace. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. In the bright glow of the dawn, I see myself clearly. Bringing in a new day. The old way of doing things is done. I don't care what you say. Monsters don't sleep under your bed. They sleep inside your head. And if you haven't done the shadow work, you're left behind is where you stay. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this peace. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the street. We gotta protect plus homeschool. Our babies is a must. They not just no moms, but also no posses. Polar worshiping pedophiles wanna feed our children's spirits to robots. Turn all of us from carbon-based to silicone-based. Should be where the shit show stops. Get back to doing for ourselves. Water system irrigation and grow crops. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this peace.
Hey, you can block it all you want.
Through
Coward. Coward.
Poems and beats.
Little monkey sitting everywhere.
But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. I'm saying I'm not some master teacher. No, am I some pastor or preacher? Was released for president with this passion to speak up. After doing 25 years in the beast cuffs. Realize they tried to teach us spiritual, mental, physical diet. They tried to feed us the fire of our ancestors resides in each of us. With that, I'm inspired to turn this heat up. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to war with this peace. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats.
Be right there.
But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets.
We're really approaching almost like it's a Frankenstein moment. And
We got all the Jesuits in.
As, innovation, right? We
Why
should all
don't
be
you
so
hang out and
excited
listen?
that this is happening. And, I equate it to like the golem, bringing in like these robots. They would like to feed our life force to learn us in every tiny detail, not to empower us, but to actually transform us into a robotic simulation that is under their full control.
Nah, bro. Nah, come on. You almost there, bro. Almost there. Survive. Who am I but Chi-Town? You young fool, I'm too fly to just like blue sky behind ground. My crown slash on me, so my aircraft still spit. Can't be tied down, even shit. I look down, I see green like a Celtic. My heat pulverizes the truth felt it. The realness of cash money, I just felt it. You did the fusions in my eyes, I beheld it. The finger fucked across my hand, I dealt it. Felt it vibrate from the gut of my pelvic. We bust all on some ices and velvet shit. So radiant, I keep a dark room well lit. Cause you little goofies are well quick. Body for real, velvet. Body you not for Mars, is a female split. As a kid, all I did was fight. I did the bit with a knife. I know I can spit my flows to shit. To a fly, though haters wanna crucify. A real man, I still stand with the silver hand. But we're Hiller man. It's not Cypress Hill. I'm Tuttle shit. I'm one tough cookie. I don't follow. I set standards. Catch me, you gon' have to do more to scamper. Need more to scamper.
That chicken.
Some worship the Christ, others pray to Allah. Chase a
What's
high,
up, baby?
drink paper or bra. You stagnated, well I straight evolve. At a rate, I'm dating space easy, y'all. Bust stuck in the case, face off. Active shape the state, use a fake, a fraud. That'll start.
You already know.
My mindset, perfect cause of practice, so I rhyme best. I excel like I'm climbing the step. You got a lot to learn. I am a depth, you of no concern. I am a threat. My measurement, width, lift, height, and depth. I'm just highly flying a jet, straight to adversary. Martial Chronicles like Ray Bradbury. I'm a thorough guy, goddammit. Symmetric apparel, I'm a fly bandit. Mohawk, Aries.
Don't be so scared and disrupt the live. Don't be so scared. Don't be so scared. You know, you got everything. Don't be so scared. I don't want your feelings to be disrupted. Don't be so scared. Hey, Noah!
Y'all really thought that I was done with y'all. Nah. I'm really down on y'all. Fellas up. We not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bond or whack.
It's a big fact.
Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Bow out, big man. Whether earth is brown or black.
Just come over, just scared. Just scared.
I see through the side eyes.
If you were that scared, you wouldn't do stupid shit.
I don't eat pork, but I will fry cops. What is an icebox? I'm saying that from the skybox. I got a scope on you pilgrims. The scope is rumors. Some of our folks are still dumb. Just and blessed in the fact that we gon' have this real show. Warrior spirits inside me. That's where it's real from. The world's a stage, page after page, script is played out. They keep us engaged, they keep arranged. This is played out. Who's ever done?
Oh, shit.
Should have been disobeyed out. Forehead and it's off the floor. Should have been prayed out. The draft is on. Coverage no shoe. Could have blown it in tissue. Now it's control who blows the whistle. To who holds the pistols. It's the buckles about who holds who the official. Disregarding the original issue. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fact. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Bow out, big back. Whether earth is brown or black. We want our shit back. Who is known by his speech? Yet if I don't speak, I suffer defeat. Other than we ain't stuck on me. Stand on 2 feet or jump the other cheek. The wise man known by his silence. Mostly disguised compliance. Silence by clients from conspiring to nervous. Other aspirants of violence.
It's 101 degrees, no?
I'm straight and defiant. In the virus, the migrants, I'm hearing the sirens. We got my head, they've got indictments.
Hey, what's up?
These pedophiles, squares, coopers, indictment. Alignments, the assignment. I'm not the wisest, I'm not close.
They're gonna let me know. Yeah, they interrupted the live. That's all they know how to do. So I'm just waiting for a few people to come in. Then I got to do what I got to do and get back. So get to work. That's all that room. So like.
Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Bow out, or big black. Whether earth is brown or black. We want our shit back. We're not going back and forth about this or that. Whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fact. Yellow, white, red, brown, black. Bow out, big black. Whether earth keep up. Shine symbols for the conscious mind, y'all. And with that on the temple, draw. I had a vision in the past, not yet. A circulus round, created successful reality from a virtual now. Stand on my sweat, cause they usurp your power. Them same little sneaky breezes that hurt you. They smile all up in your face, all up in your space. And I ain't talking all bros, but dogs with whole trace. So I walk tall kids while y'all cross slow race. I stay focused on walking through them tall gold gates. Draw a magic shirt around me to keep me from harm. The long fat shakes, birds sleep will keep me up calm. Mortified that roof, turn me from that peace to a bomb. Blow the joint, just split the range, the plane, the centimeters. I've accomplished my inner demons. 400-degree angles, shorted by age.
Well, there.
Angels, thank you, and I, of course, now the chief triangle. If I die before I wake, well, at least I'm flying plain view. I'm in my circle, how I cover four corners.
Okay, what's good? You good there, bro? Hey, look. Hey, look, I was saying before, right? Because you know they have to interrupt the live. That's what they do. They can't. They don't know how to do nothing else. So you know how that goes. But I was conveying what people are talking around, you know, around the so-called world. Okay. And I know. I don't know if it was like 10 years ago. I had made many comments on people's posts and videos. And I said the majority of people that claim to be African, it's well documented. It's well in a plethora of information that they sell past that place, going to the Caribs, where they Irish, Scottish, the original melanated people, and they were fleeing war. I talked about our people talking over there in Palermo and all those different places to not the fake Christopher Columbus. Yeah, that's the Confederate flag. Duh. Oh, that's what I thought. Anyway, right? And someone's starting to find the literature, and they're starting to realize, wait a minute. I keep telling y'all, fake ass leaders over there are going to continue to lie. Y'all, a lot of y'all are the original so-called Europeans. I told you that the Algonquins, by the definition of what you think it may mean, it doesn't, but what original people that founded Europe in the beginning. They want pale skin, Mongol, all this thing based on genetic, they say mutations, but manipulations. Mutation, manipulation is the same thing. And it's hard to conceive of that. You know, the wars, everything is laid out and people refuse to see it for what it is because it's inconvenient. You know what I'm saying? Black nobility. But it has nothing to do with the skin color, but everything to do with a righteous error. And there's a perversion running around it now because those that wanted the power. And the power is illegitimate. The power that people call power is consistent to the chaotic, the nuances of everything that goes against natural order. And whether it be, like I was talking about my brother Kwame or a few others who says it's Ghanaian, and you have Ghanaian, you have two different places. You have Ghana and Ghanaian, right? You have these two different places, South America and what's over there. And nobody can make heads or tail because they never think about it. They accept where they've been and what they've been disposed to. Disposed. That means, you know, gotten rid of and what's given. Okay? I hate this language. Anyway, I really do. And people are starting to go, wait a minute, when they go into libraries, they don't go into the dusty cobweb section. You know, when they go into museums, they only look for the things that they've been guided to look upon. I told a friend of mine before they moved it to the back, go over there in Germany, Frankfurt, or go over there in the UK, to the major museums, and look at what it says about who the American Indian is. It's us, plain as day. They made different. I went and visited and looked at all of them, and I was showing people, I was saying, oh, shit, y'all are the Indians. I'm like, duh. And I hate the term Indian, indigo, the color. I already went through the color spectrum of purple, indigo, whatever, right? The righteous color, the blue, purple, a life that we live. And they perverse everything. You see how they got a bunch of people who don't know who they really are, claiming to be Jew, running around murdering the actual indigenous people, regardless of the war they had to deal with first before they came to settle there. That kind of whitewashed them because there was still a lot of very deep, dark, melanated Palestinians that they killed when you look back at 48. But nobody wants to accept that. Nobody wants to rationale with reason, or reason with rationale. Everybody just wants to be right where they're at, convenience. Is it convenient to sit on the toilet and not have no wipes and no toilet paper? We have to make wipes inclusive because a lot of people use them, right? Is it? How about the fact that sitting on the toilet is inappropriate? That is not how we utilize the bathroom. I know, I am very aware that it's hard to conceptualize anything out of what they call the norm today. But I plead with y'all. It is paramount, it is indicative, it is important that you see other, because they have look, they're doing what they're doing because they have enough people that have bought into it, that they have bought out, that there's enough perversions going on. People are put in the right, wrong positions. Right, wrong positions. That means the right position, but the wrong position because they shouldn't be in those positions. But it's the right one if you want to do the things that are being done. You think they would have moved? Like, it's all coming out on the media and everything that CDC, they knew, CDC, all of them knew what they were doing. They knew that they were eradicating the people. They were getting rid of population. It wasn't about healing, a cure. Otherwise, they would never allow Rothschild, that Talmudic, Masonic, and all the other family, or what do you want to call them, to do what they did with changing frequencies, destroying bells, making wars, and everything else. But we have a lot of people who are very lucrative in the fiat, all right, of mind, not the truth of it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Carrie, what's up, baby? Yes, Mama, I'm running a few low. That's picking up some water. That's all, and maybe some lunch meat. But I wanted to pick up some other stuff, but I was waiting on people to donate because otherwise, if I had the $600, I'd go buy the little $200-300 stuff that I need, and I'm not going to sit there cashing out on my stuff. It's a little bit. I got things with other people I can't mention, so when I say cashing out, it's bigger than what you can imagine. Yet, I had to do it like that because they're being nosy. I don't need to know nothing. Because they could have took care of themselves, the idiots. That's why I say they're dumb. And I need you guys to really look without bringing attention to yourselves. First of all, you're not whistleblowers. You're not telling them anything that's going on. You're not transposing anything. So it's all fine. Yet, this stuff is real. As sad and disturbing as it sounds, I get it. But it's very, very real. And I just wanted to share that with you guys, and that's all I was going to share. I mean, you know, the idiots, they're so worried about nothing. The majority of people ain't going to do nothing with it. They're not going to research. They're not going to look for anything. I saw Baby Girl said it's spinning. I was like, oh, I saw when it went out because I had internet and all that. And I got service and all that. I was like, and it always works where I went through. So I study everything. I was like, it just can't help itself. You know what I mean? Now I'm not going to waste some more spew on that. But look, I want y'all to research as far back as you can. Going to the libraries, looking at them in the virtual, looking for books that ChatGPT, if you have it, I think they manipulated and changed it, but it was telling the truth. Who the indigenous people of America? They couldn't even hide that from that. They put it in there like nobody would ask it. I think they did know. The museums, if you could pull up the pictures of the museums from 25, 30 years ago, blame me, there's plenty of them. Everybody was, all you see is flashes. When I was in there, I was like, God, man, I ain't taking them, but people were just taking pictures of all kind of everything. So it's out there. The enemy they were comfortable. Their task was making sure that you don't come into your truth. As crazy as that sound and its morbidity, you would think a bunch of meth heads and all this other stuff would be like, chill. Well, our peoples are caught up in that meth, snuck on them. And I have videos I'm gonna upload showing a lot of them. They just want to come out of that, and it's hard. It's then there's other drugs that have taken so many lives before they got to know who they are. That's against even that order. So there are people that step out of, there are things that step out of line, whatever they want to be called. But with you, I'm only here to give some advice, to share some information, educational purposes. You do the research, you come back, you let me know what you find. And don't let it be some lament, some old goofy stuff, all right? But a lot of them over there don't even know that they're originally from here. And that's sad, based upon their great-grandparents and great-great-grandparents who went on the Margaret Garvey, which you call a steamliner, and all the ships, Haile Selassie, all that. I am not surprised at all these idiots in Jamaica and everything. Talking about they're you know, I'm not cussing them. I'm saying the fact. Talking about Haile Selassie. It was our people. It was our people that went from New York, Harlem Hellfighters, and went over there. It was more than 2 pilots to beat back the Italians in Ethiopia. But yet we're still highly discredited and disrespected by all these engines. You know, hey, Omek, what's going on, fam? It's mind-boggling. Like, I had this little pale skin want to argue about the drones. I said, you idiot, we invented the drone. The Zionists took it and made it a weapon, you retard. Y'all, they are so gone. I asked this Ukrainian guy in Telegram, who invented the drone? Well, no niggers. This is the Bolsheviks, the offspring. This is the goofy of them. The dumbest of them. I was like, good, go out there next week. Drone's gonna hit you and blow you in half. Well, he's definitely not here no more. People want to play with things. Words have power. Whatever you consider power. The reality is, I know what I'm saying because I looked at this little thing where they pulling up his little records and there he is laid there, you know, pretty much. All right? So be mindful. There are a lot of things that move on this plane. That aren't here to disrupt, stop anything. But there are the few, it's required much of them. And they think that insignificant nothings can stop that. Okay. I'm gonna go in here, grab my water, say hi to Noah and a few people that was giving me the high fives, you know. And I'll see you guys when I get back so we can get the build on. Like I said, we got a lot of good folks around here, man. I mean, and we got some of the, you know, but, and what? Surprisingly, there's still order by those who buy into that definition. But there is. But they can change that in a matter of moments. You know what I mean? Like the old whip hitting the horse's ass. You know what I mean? In a moment. All right? Well, let me go ahead and get my stuff, and we'll have a little more discussion about it and everything. But let me go get the stuff so I can get back, because it's 101 degrees up out this joint. It's supposed to get even hotter, and it's just 11 o'clock. I mean, God dog. And I'm going to be in that sun. You need it. And I'm being out there hammering and sawing and the cutting and the twisting and the screwing and the... But I'll see y'all then, all right? Appreciate y'all.